Okay, I'm back. Just batching these videos. So, um, why would we bring equity over doing a common law process? I talked about that a little bit in the first video. Why would we do this? Well, equity jurisprudence is actually the highest jurisdiction, if you will, that one can bring in a situation, like if you're in a court situation, for example. So common law, although it is has its place and has a lot of truths, the reason that equity was even created was because common law had some things that it was missing. Sorry, I'm trying to get my foot situated. It was missing some things, and it really just kind of dealt with still dealt with like monetary value, monetary issues, things like that. It wasn't robust enough. It didn't have a lot of there were a lot of issues that wouldn't be remedied very well with just common law. So that's when equity was brought in. Again, it's like 700 years old. So why would we use equity over common law? Well, common law has a lot of and in my equity class, it was called like the patriot processes, right? All the patriot stuff, the which can be a lot. There's a lot of different things out there in that sort of movement, and things that sometimes work, things that have worked. In my experience, the ROE is losing its juice because then a lot of people start doing it, and then it kind of stops working. Or a lot of people are, yeah, start doing it basically. I mean, I even have a mentor teacher who says, like, don't tell too many people about this because a lot of people start doing it and then it stops working, right? Like, and we've got the SPC process, secured party creditor, I mean, there's just all these different things that people do, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. So with common law, you're kind of like, maybe, maybe not. It's kind of 50-50. Um, and equity actually, if you're in a courtroom, is above trumps common law. It trumps statutory law too, obviously. Commercial law, like statutory law and common law are kind of here, and then you've got custom in a court, which is whatever the judge says. It doesn't even have to be in any statutes or written laws, but custom, whatever the judge thinks for his court is appropriate, that trumps common law, actually. But equity jurisprudence is above everything and has to be honored when you bring it. So that's why it's your best chance of remedy. It's really your best chance of remedy. Is it going to work 100% of the time? I mean, if you bring it properly and all the way and fully, and you don't mix it with other stuff, you're not mixing it with other processes or whatever, you have to do it all the way, then yes, it's your best chance. It's your best chance. And it contains the most honor, in my opinion, and the energy of it is that of standing strong, an unmovable tree, but right that I talked about the branches are still flowing, so there's still flexibility in terms of how you can respond with your questions. But it's just this when you stand in it, you know that you are bringing the truth, but you're doing it in a way that's not fighting and not arguing and not, we have inquiry. That's one of the things that we can do, our inquiry notices, asking questions, right? And again, this is not to tell you to go out and start bringing equity to things after just watching this video, because that's not what I'm saying. It's a very specific, and you need to know how to do the things in a very specific way and order and all of that. So if you want to learn it, take the 4-month course, or wait. I mean, it might be a while before I'm teaching it, but I can certainly help you with, if you have a tax matter right now, I can certainly help you bring equity to that. Um, there's there's this paperwork that we do, very specific paperwork for equity. Yeah, that has to be done in a certain way. But, my point in this was like you can do all these different, common law processes or patriot processes, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. I still do recommend the national passport. Um, doing that. And there's other things that are great too, that are cool, and there's a lot of things that are really good to know because once you know those things, then you can ask a question, you can ask a question about it, even though in equity we're never citing, laws or statutes. That's not to like a courtroom, not to a judge. So anyway, that's why we use equity, or why I recommend using equity over common law, because common law is going to be a hit or miss. Of course, it matters the energy that you bring. I used common law and patriot stuff for a traffic court case that I had. You can go watch that video if you want. And, the case did get dismissed. But there are a lot of factors in there. I do think it's like the energy I brought is very important. And I wasn't afraid. I mean, certainly I had like some nerves going on, I didn't know what was going to happen. It's the first time I'd ever been in a courtroom with the judge. But actually, when I got up there and I was speaking with the judge for like 25 minutes, I didn't have fear in my system. And that is, the judge can tell, right? Because they are masters of the human psychology and condition. They deal with people over and over again every single day. They can read people, their body language, their facial expressions, all of that, how their voice, how they're bringing themselves. So really, it's like coming in with this energy of like, I am the holder of the truth here, and I will not back down from that, but not in a way you're arguing again. It's in a way you're just standing in your truth. You're just standing. You're the unmovable tree. I know that honor has already been brought, and I'm just speaking it. Equity makes you equal with the judge. Okay, it makes you equal with the judge. So that is why we bring that instead of a lower jurisdiction of common law. So anyway, that's this video. And if you have questions, put them below so that I know what people want to know, or any other videos I can do, short little snippet videos I can do. You can always sign up for my 15-minute consultation, which is free, which is below. And this isn't a free coaching session to tell you how to do something. This is like, is this a good fit for me and you to work together to help you get your matter resolved, or whatever it is. If you want to, maybe you want to do a PMA or a trust or something like that. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I will be doing a trust class in June. So most likely just get on my email list if you're not on my email list, and you will hear about it then. And this is going to be a very small, intimate group that we will be going through week by week and step by step how to create your own private irrevocable trust. You will be creating this. We will all be doing it together, and I will be teaching and sharing step by step, what is to be done. Okay, so that's it. Hope you're well, and we'll see you soon.